This is WWP Weekly Wrestling Podcast.
Tonight we'll take the stage.
Oh, women are down again.
Oh, my God! If this time we reach the other side,
Oh my God!
it
takes. Oh my God!
That's it!
Okay, so like I said before, we're supposed to film an intro. We're supposed to say, hey, this is James and Xandra, and you're watching SmashTV, and we're doing commentary over some of Xandra's best matches here in Smash.
Awesome. Sounds good. What do we have up first here, James?
Up first, we have your match with Cherry Bomb at Smashapalooza.
Ah, okay. So, give a little background on this. This is my first match back after I broke my wrist.
Yeah, you broke your wrist in that match with Vanessa Craven, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah, I haven't forgotten that one.
What exactly happened? And do you remember how you broke the wrist?
It would be on her powerbomb finishing move. My hand got caught underneath her leg, and she drove her leg into my wrist, which hit the mat, and all I know is it didn't really feel so good.
Yeah, I can't imagine it would. I've only broken my wrist once, and it was hockey. I got hit from behind. I don't know. It was pretty painful, so I feel you there.
Yeah, not a fun rehab. That took about 5 months to come back from, and here we are.
Oh.
I am super excited to be back in the ring right now, I'll tell you.
All these people,
I know.
all here to look at all those lights.
Nothing gets amped up like a car like that, gotta tell you.
I know, right? Holy, I'm amped right now. Let's do this.
My parents are somewhere out there. My parents very rarely come to shows. Whenever they do, I make sure to point them out, which might be right there.
Oh, cool.
Somewhere over there, I think.
So, I want to ask you, as we're watching this, you have so much gear. How much gear do you have?
Oh man, I think I've lost count at this point. Probably about 20 different outfits, each of which representing a superhero of some sort. Got some doubles now. I got a couple of Batman gears, one of which I haven't yet debuted. So.
Oh, okay, so they're different though.
Oh yeah, they're all different for the most part. I'm trying to think about any of the duplicates. I think it's just the Batman ones that I've done twice now.
And here comes Cherry Bomb.
Cherry Bomb.
The former Canadian citizen now residing in Buffalo, New York.
Yeah. I don't know why anyone would ever admit to residing in Buffalo, but
I was
yeah,
gonna make the same joke. I just didn't want to be that guy.
Oh, sorry, I'll do it. I'll be the jerk here, no problem. So this started kind of a rivalry that went on for much of the year, actually. We fought at Canusa Classic later on as well.
Yeah, it was interesting as like this was kind of really the start of the whole Canusa build-up for 2014.
And ironically enough, Cherry Bomb has been wrestling for about 8 or so years now, I would say. I've been wrestling for 6 or 7 now, and this is our first one-on-one competition, believe it or not.
And you both came from like relatively the same area, so
yeah, hard to believe, right?
it's very odd that you've never crossed paths. But
Isn't
I mean,
it? And actually, we're both coming back from injuries in this match as well. Now I'm remembering, Cherry Bomb had injured her ankle in a match with Vanessa Craven, common trend, injuries against Vanessa Craven. And I'm coming back from my wrist injury.
yeah, I'm glad I never have to face Vanessa in a match.
Yeah,
I've taken
everything breaks.
I've taken enough kicks to the head and stuff to know that I don't really belong in there right now, if ever. What is this? What is she?
I believe she's pointing to her booties. Yeah, says bombs.
Filth.
Yeah.
This is filth.
Just trying to distract me with her.
Who put this on here?
Ah, I know.
Oh, here we go. Big headlock. So when you go into a match with someone like Cherry Bomb, who you've never, like, she has such a history. She's wrestled for such a long period of time. Like, how do you prepare for something like that?
Well, having wrestled as long as she has, it's actually a little bit easier to prepare for someone who has been around for so long because there's lots of footage to be able to check out. So I like to research all my matches and make sure I know who I'm getting in the ring with and know what some of the big moves are so I can start thinking about some of the counters that I can do with them. You'll notice here my right wrist is taped as well. I had a little bit less confidence coming back after the wrist injury and I've been taping it ever since. So
Oh, really?
that's a new thing for me.
Huh. That's really interesting. I'm sorry to hear it. Like, I'm happy to hear that, but I mean, you got to do what you got to do to make sure that you're okay in there.
Yeah, it's more of I think a confidence thing. I mean, really, the wrist hasn't bothered me since I've gotten back in the ring, but just to give myself a little bit of extra advantage, I like to keep that on now.
Now, when you're in the ring, and are you distracted by how ugly Brad and Scott are at ringside?
Oh my God, that is. I don't know how I can focus on the match at all. It's really quite an eyesore out there. I was talking to Smash Management about maybe changing that, but whew.
Yeah, it's
oh, look at Scott there, Jesus. Hey.
Who wears a beige blazer?
Ah.
Scott Hunter.
Yeah. Someone needs to tell him his ink mandate should be done.
I agree.
Yeah.
Dustin's not even paying attention.
Yeah. That's why Cherry Bomb was able to take me down for that snapper right there. I was too distracted.
So, going through your injury and things like that, I know you've spoken to Scott about it before. What goes through your head, just to recap, mentally? Because, I mean, like you said, you had some confidence issues in your wrist.
Yeah, I mean, I think having the 2 injuries in a row was a tricky thing as well. I mean, I broke the ankle, and then my first match back, I broke the wrist, so you get your mind set to rehabbing when it's one injury, and then when you have to go through that whole mindset again, like, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty down after I hurt the wrist again, and there were some doubts coming back into the ring again whether I'd be able to cut it as well as I had done. I mean, I had a great 2013, and then to end it the way it did, I had some doubts in this match, and truthfully, this is a really big confidence booster. I felt really good after having this match, and just to prove to myself and to prove to my parents and the audience that, yeah, I can still do this, and what a year we're going to have ahead.
Now, I'm watching this and I see similar yet so different in styles. I mean, you're more of a throw caution to the wind type of performer, and Cherry's not as much that type. How do you think those two stack up against each other?
It seems to work out well for me. There's not a lot of girls that I get in the ring with that are willing to throw caution to the wind quite like I am. And I mean, as a smaller competitor, you're going to have to fight in that manner, or else you'll get beaten by most of the girls that you're in the ring with. So it's kind of the mentality that I've had to take, and I've embraced it. So yeah, this was an awkward moment. She had injured her ankle in the match previously, and now it looks like she's injured it again.
She's a liar.
You know what? I've got compassion. Coming back from a couple injuries myself, I wanted to give her a little bit of a break and see if she could walk this off.
Take no prisoners.
I know.
No retreat, no surrender.
Oh, believe me, I've learned since this experience.
I'm pretty sure it had Chuck Norris in it.
Yeah.
No retreat, no surrender. All I know is they were kids, and one of them got beat up behind a convenience store.
Dear Lord.
Yeah, I rented it at the movie store. Back when you used to rent movies. No retreat, no surrender. Download it. Nobody downloads it. I'm sure you can find it, and nobody will care because it's so old.
Back in those Blockbuster days.
Yeah. No, I was Video 99.
Oh, jeez, wow.
Ooh. Big drop kick.
Yeah, big cheater. Yeah, big cheater.
She's a big cheat.
Isn't she?
So, hang on. So
she's American now, remember.
What's your favorite gear you own currently? Like, is there one is your go-to? Is your lucky gear?
Oh, jeez. Make me pick one. I really like the gear I'm wearing in this match, actually.
Is this the tick?
This is the thing.
Oh, it's the thing.
Yeah, this is the thing from Fantastic Four. So
I thought it was the tick.
The tick would be interesting, actually, too, though. This is one of my favorite ones. I like the color combination of this one. I really like the Spider-Man gear. I thought that was really well done as well. I really like my Venom gear.
I don't think I've seen the Venom gear.
I usually wear it when I'm a bad guy, and I'm a good guy here a lot of the time, so you won't see that one very much. And I really like my new Wario gear. I must point that out as well.
See, and I haven't seen that either.
Wario's been so underutilized that
I don't know.
I felt like he needed a little bit more of a platform.
I don't know if anyone can see, but I was holding this mushroom, and we were talking earlier how you beat someone up with a Goomba.
I get to beat people up with Goomba whenever I wear Wario. It's the best thing ever.
Okay, so staying with the whole gear thing, is there any gear that you want to get that you don't have? Because I collect comic books, so I'm interested in this kind of stuff. Like, I'm a huge comic book collector, so... Well,
I'll give you a little hint. I've got Iron Man in the works, and I'm really excited to see how this one turns out, but there's always tons. The trouble is kind of picking and choosing which one I want to do at the time, because there's just so many to get done. Now, here is psychology at its finest. If she wants to fake an ankle injury, I'm going to give her an ankle injury.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah. I mean, see if her ankle hurts a little bit more after this one.
Well, I think it is.
Yeah, she seems pretty uncomfortable right now, I must say.
So, I guess the hard thing is that you can't really, like, if you're obviously you're a fan of superheroes and stuff, you can't pick like an obscure hero because then no one would get it, right?
I know.
Like, do you struggle with that? Like, do you like? For me, I'd be like, I'm gonna make gear like the Spectre, and then I want to be like, or like Deadman, and like everyone's gonna be like, what is that?
It's it's something I struggle with as well. Plus, so many of the superheroes I find are red as well, and I have so many red gears now. So now I'm trying to come up with people who are the different colors to try and give myself a little bit more variety in my wardrobe. I need a really good green superhero, so I was thinking of doing maybe a Green Lantern. I know.
Green Arrow.
But I mean, Hurricane's done the Green Lantern thing. Like I want to make it unique as well. So that's when you struggle with that.
What else is green? I can't even think of
it. The Thing I thought was pretty unique, though. You know, when you think of Fantastic Four, I don't think the Thing is the first one that comes to mind.
No.
So I thought this would be a pretty neat gear.
Oh, it is actually pretty good. Yeah.
The gold kick pads go nicely with it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This is your fashion commentary for today. Make sure your color combinations are big.
Well, technically, when we're recording, the Oscars are tonight, so it's It's very apropos, if you will, that we were talking about your attire.
If I'm to rate my attire, I would give this a fashion hit, not a fashion miss for the night.
Absolutely, I think.
Cherry bomb, definitely a miss.
No comment. I don't want to be on either one of your negative sides, but I will agree that your gear looks fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm trying. Actually, now you got me thinking about green superheroes. I can help you out right here.
It's tough, eh?
Green Lantern.
Like since I was doing the Wario route, like I considered maybe doing Luigi.
Bowser.
Bowser could be pretty fun.
You could have like spikes.
That's a good view of my tattoo, by the way. That's a Ninja Turtle tattoo on my back, by the way.
You have a Ninja Turtle tattoo?
I do. It's the Leonardo themed one. It's kind of like a realistic flair on the Leonardo tattoo.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This is before I got my forearm, and I also have a seahorse on my arm.
It's not the new bootleg Ninja Turtles, is it? It's like
No. This is old school. We only go old school.
Ooh,
nice katana sword on the back too.
Double cross body.
Double cross body. Yeah.
I don't. To me, that seems like it would kill.
It's not exactly very fun for the ribs or chest area.
Yeah, I was gonna say like those are like ribs.
Takes the wind right out of you too after she's been beating me up for a little bit here. So yeah, it's a bit of a tough one to recover from.
So at this point, you know, this is in July. Canusa takes place in September. Are you thinking ahead to Canusa while this is going on?
Oh, for sure. I mean, this isn't an official Canusa match, but it sets the tone for the Canusa Classic. And at this point, Canada was on the losing end last year, and you really just want to make atonement for it and set America in their place, which is below Canada.
Yeah, Canada was on the losing end of the first year, and it. I'm not gonna lie, as a.
Boom! Nice and ribs.
That was. Yeah. As a Canadian citizen, I was a little hurt.
I know. Try living with that for a year.
I don't want to say disappointed because I feel like that's everyone's thing now where they say like, I'm not angry, I'm disappointed.
I know.
So I wasn't disappointed, but I was hurt.
I mean, it was nice to win the top performer award that year, but...
Breaking the fourth wall, they're laughing at me.
Oh, whoa, hey.
But yeah, so I was hurt. I was a little bit... I don't know how I could deal with that for a year.
I know. It was a hard one to swallow, so that was a little bit extra motivation in this match. Wanted to prove that I could still go and wanted to make amends for that match for sure, or for that tournament. I won my match, but it matters what the team does.
Yeah, it's, you can score your shootout goal, but if you don't win, there's no gold medal, right?
Exactly.
If I may point out quickly, there's a fantastic... Oh, it's gone now. I'll do it again when it comes back into frame. Ooh, nice submission.
Thank you.
Do you have a name for that?
Spider submission hold.
Nice.
Sometimes the bailout I call that. Either that or I use fisherman neck breaker as well, so sometimes that's called the bailout. Figured this is a little bit more appropriate, but I don't use it as often. I thought I had her there.
I thought you did too, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't think she had that much willpower.
Yeah. She's a tough girl, I'll give her that.
Ooh, wait, there it is. Front row, Smash WO shirt. The red version is now available on ProWrestlingTees.com/SmashWrestling.
Oh, I totally missed that.
That's called a plug.
Ah, very nice. I'm gonna have to get me one of those. That's called a receipt to your plug.
Nice. So now you're in a precarious position here.
Oh, that's okay. It's just my face. I didn't really need that anyways.
Oh, I think your face just beat up your foot.
I think my face is somewhere in the first row right now.
Next to that smasher that you can get at ProWrestlingTees.com/SmashWrestling.
Good plug.
There you go. I'm learning.
Somehow got my arm on the rope on that one. Still looking for my face.
An approval
Anyone
from
found
the
it?
woman in the front bro. Nodding your head. Yep.
Oh, maybe she found my face. That would be
Here it
helpful.
is.
Just toss that right back up to me, please. Thank you. Who needs a nose? Oh! Still fighting.
I tried to sneak that one in there.
Yeah, gotta do the best you can when you're missing a face.
And
Here comes
this
that fisherman neck breaker.
I'm a big fan of that move. I think,
God, there goes the rest
best
of my face.
super kick ever, apparently. And,
Yeah.
you've fallen victim to the traitor.
Well, at least it took 2 of the best super kicks ever. And I gotta tell you,
Yeah.
that one off the top rope kind of needs an extra initial to it, because that was like the best super kick ever, I would say.
Yeah, I don't know really what to say other than I feel bad for your face.
Thank you, I felt bad for my face too. Oh!
Ooh. Yeah, I hate to say it, but I kind of know what this feels like.
You've been kicked in the face a few times?
By Alex Shelley.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I heard about that one.
Jerk.
Yeah.
Well, he can't kick me from Japan, so there you go.
Thank goodness. I'm sure he'll kick you again when he gets back.
Yeah, well, we will see. Oh, it looks like Cherry Bomb has an announcement. I believe this is where Cherry announces that she's defecting, if you will, to...
Yeah, at this point she hadn't really decided, so I was kind of hoping to swing her over to the Canadian side.
By showing, like, gumption and...
Exactly, yeah. You have to kick me in the face twice to beat me, so I thought that was a pretty good sell, but unfortunately not.
Yeah, she wasn't buying what you're selling, and she bought into the wrong team.
Yeah, she is a turncoat. What do you expect?
The big Seth Rollins. She didn't sell out. She bought into Team USA and ended up losing. Sorry.
I heard she's going to start dyeing half her head blonde as well now, too, just to match Seth Rollins a little better.
Oh, that would be awesome. Oh, they won't let her talk. Are we gonna watch this whole thing? Are we just talking now? 2 minutes? They give me a 2-minute time code. I don't even know what I'm gonna say for 2 minutes while she talks.
I can't hear her.
Vanessa Craven, you and I have been at war for a very long time now. And if there's anything that can crumble a mountain, it's time. You brought this to Smash. You made this personal. And on March 15th, with a steel chair, I'm gonna finish it. Smash has the most premier women's wrestling in Ontario, but they have never seen violence such as this.
The following is brought to you by the Shining Wizards Network, home to many great podcasts, including Neckbreaker, 2.5 Wrestlers, The Midnight Jury, Pro Wrestling 101, Turnbuckle Throwbacks, Apex Radio, and of course, The Shining Wizards. Available on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Audio Booth, and at ShiningWizardsNetwork.com.
Alright, so her name again is Shandy Lane, and she is a real beauty. And a great humanitarian, a true gem. She's our next big star. I really think she's going to be really something. So, I guess, are there any questions?
Sure, I've got one. Is she willing to do any nude scenes?
I don't know. Never really thought of that. I just kind of see her acting, singing, and dancing in this movie. Kind of like a female Elvis movie. Like think Blue Hawaii if Elvis had really big boobs.
Another one. Does she know how to stick 3 bananas into her mouth at once?
What does that have to do with anything?
Fans, we thank you for coming out in droves each and every month to support us here at Smash Wrestling. There's one thing that's important to note though. Without our sponsors, we wouldn't have the amazing shows to put on for you that we do right now. So with that in mind, I'm sitting down here right now with Brett Strong and Jimmy Corderas from High Speed Flamingo, which is available each and every month at all of our shows for just $10?
Yeah.
All right, for just $10 there. Make sure you take it up because by supporting them, you're actually supporting us, which is supporting you, so you're supporting yourself vicariously. So with that said, that kind of works, right?
Yeah.
In the whole the circle of support?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you did it.
I think.
Okay, so we're sitting down here now. We're going to talk a little bit of High Speed Flamingo here. Let's start you off with this, okay? Kidnapping women and putting them forcing them into pornography is pretty much a regular Saturday afternoon for myself. So how long did you follow me to get the concept for this video?
Actually, that's sort of your standard action movie premise as well. So I guess you're living your own action movie, really.
Essentially.
Yeah. So that's kind of where it came from. I mean, it's nothing new, the plot line, but actually the concept, just sort of the genesis of the little bits and pieces, were actually loosely based on a dream I had. Nothing to do with kidnapping women, No.
Explain this dream.
It was just mostly it was like an action movie, and I didn't there's actually could be something here, so.
So now this was your directorial debut.
Yeah.
So you directed, you acted,
yeah.
You wrote the script. You pretty much did every job that there is to do in a movie.
Pretty much.
For this film.
Yeah.
How long have you wanted to become a director?
It's just something that, I was started as a stand-up comic, and also doing sketch comedy, and that's you're kind of directing your own thing and, writing. So it's just something I thought, had this idea for a movie. I mean, I should direct it. And I think that's sort of one of the things. If you write a movie, you should be the director. I mean, really, because if you have the idea in your head, you're probably the best person to direct.
Right. It's interesting that you see that because there's who out there hasn't thought this would be a good idea for a movie. Most times they're a few beers in when they think of it and then they forget about it the next day. So what is it that drove you to go from just thinking of an idea for a movie to actually writing the script for it and then actually making this film?
Well, it's just script writing was something I started doing when I was in high school, and just thought, something fun like this. And then the better I got it, 'cause I went to the Humber School of Comedy, Humber College, call that. It actually does exist. There's a Humber School of Comedy. So I went to that. I learned.
Isn't that the whole school?
No, there's
Hey, you know what you need to get into this school though? A pulse.
That's right. Yeah. But yeah,
I shouldn't. Oh my! I'm gonna get heat from my wife because she went to Humber. Oh boy! I shouldn't say.
There you go.
Okay.
But I learned more of how screenwriting works, and just thought, I need that one idea, and this idea just worked, and I really liked it. So, and the characters were fun. So.
Yeah, I think that's for me the most fun part about the movie was the characters and kind of the comedy aspect that was in there. I laughed my ass off watching this movie. And now speaking of that, Jimmy, this is your acting debut, is it?
Well, I guess. Well, I played a referee on TV for many years.
Yeah.
So maybe not quite an acting debut, but pretty much an acting debut.
James? Who the hell's James?
I thought you said you knew this guy.
I've got the address of a former actor from High Speed Flamingo. He was their biggest male star in the 80s and the 90s. And when I say biggest, oh man, I mean biggest.
Okay, and had you ever bartended before doing this role?
To be honest with you, yeah. When I was much younger, there was I'm going to throw it out there because the bar's not there anymore. The Mississauga Bell Tavern. way back when, we used to have live bands, you know, guys like Kim Mitchell, I got to see Jeff Healy and all these guys. I used to do a little Thursday, Friday, Saturday night bartending down there, and obviously let the bouncer handle all the rough stuff, but I used to sit back and serve some pints, and it was cool.
Well, that's actually how the characters sort of came together, because I was writing this character. I like to think people in mind, whether it's an actor I know I'm not going to get. I think a lot of writers do that. And I just couldn't see this guy. I didn't know, and I would read dialogue out to myself to see how it sounds, and I just couldn't, think of that guy. And then I just thought of Jimmy. I thought, actually, he would work for that. Like, he just has this look where he could possibly just be, this bartender, and
Greek guy, bartender.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a stretch, I know, but still.
No, that's interesting though. The first name that popped into your head was Jimmy Corderas, because he's not an actor. He doesn't have an acting background. So what was it about Jimmy Corderas that popped into your head that this is the guy for this role?
Well, actually, at one time, how we met was at broadcasting school, which is now since closed down. But that's how we met, and we got to be good friends, and we're actually part of the same agency for a while, because they had an agency part of this school. So I would see Jimmy on auditions and everything, so I knew. And actually, I remember the agent told me that you actually got a whole lot of stuff for a while.
Apparently I got some kind of father look that they like.
Yeah. And I would see the breakdowns, and it would all be like people in Jimmy's age range, and oh, nobody my age, what's going on? And I talked to the agent, Jimmy is going for all this stuff. Oh, well, there you go.
So you got any more roles coming down the pipe then?
Well, I actually, believe it or not, did an episode of Urban Legends.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, for the whole 10-15 seconds I was on there, but still, yeah.
And I saw you were in the Scooby-Doo movie, or at least that was...
No, see, that's uncredited. Uncredited in the Scooby-Doo movie, unfortunately. But, that kind of looks eerily similar to something.
Yeah, I wonder what they're getting at. I don't know.
Royalties.
Somebody's still there who remembers Jimmy.
Well, they can't use one of their guys, because then the guy will want money.
Yeah.
That's, and you don't?
What?
You don't want money.
Yeah. Hey, Trips, you know what? You kind of owe me for a little.
I'll call him. Yeah. I'll call him with the hat.
Okay, I'll give you his number.
We're tight.
After.
Yeah. So now, Brett, do you have anything else coming down the pipe? Is this this can't be like a one and done thing for you? You gotta have something else coming up.
Yeah, some other stuff. I have a few feature scripts that I'm working on, so that takes forever to do the features. But I have a short film that's coming out pretty soon. It's called The Date. I won't give any.
As in like a day of the month?
No, The Date. Like a couple going on a date.
Nice.
And it's,
I like dates.
Yeah, it's...
Tinder?
It's a short film because dates usually.
Yeah. But I don't want to give away the premise, because if I give away the premise, then I'm kind of giving away the entire joke. So you're going to have to see it. And it's also going to be part of a sort of a special, which is, a bunch of sketches and stuff. It's very heavily influenced by the Weird Al Yankovic and David Letterman specials from the 80s and 90s. And it's going to be, the short film is going to be a part of that. That special is called Rainbows and Hot Dogs. Yes, I have a very...
was that a dream too?
I don't know if it was or not. I don't know if I dreamed about...
Rainbows and Hot Dogs.
Yeah.
Rainbows and Hot Dogs.
Yeah, it just, I don't know where it comes from.
So now the whole concept for this, getting back to High Speed Flamingo for a second, was, tell us about the plot.
The plot is about a movie producer, played by myself, who goes on a vacation, also a business trip with his girlfriend, who he wants to make into this big star. And she ends up getting kidnapped and forced into this underground adult film company, and then he has to get her back.
So did you have like a casting couch to cast this porn star? Well, not casting couch.
Yeah.
How did you come up with that? Like, how did you pick the other characters for this role?
Well, it's just the same you would do for casting. Like, you just instead of Jimmy, just sort of thinking of people that I know, or somebody I had to cast, like Alex DeWitt, who plays the villain. He actually he literally came in the very last minute.
He was really good in that movie.
But he came in the very last minute. Like, I know people who were up for the part and then whoever didn't work out for whatever reason, and he was literally very last minute. And the executive producer on the movie, Conroy Stewart, who's also the director of photography, he put on a fundraiser, and I was emceeing that, doing stand-up, and Alex DeWitt was also one of the performers on there. And so I just met him on that night, and then kept him in mind, and needed somebody to very rest came in, and I got all the scenes done in 2 days, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long did this movie take to film, start to finish?
About a year or so. Like, it's about standard for movies. They take about that long. I mean, for independent, especially when you're working with like no money, it could take a lot longer. But it was just mostly timing and everything that took the time. But you know, it was worth it, I think, in the end.
Fantastic. Anything else come down the pipe for you, Jimmy?
For me, no. I'm just I'm open to offers. Hit me up. I have I don't have an agency right now.
Well, there's Rainbows and Hot Dogs coming up, maybe.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Just book your games. 10%.
I still write with Jimmy in mind and some things like the, you know.
Mind you, I will give Brett credit because he with High Speed Flamingo, he did give me a little creative liberty.
Yeah.
Kind of do my own thing, which was kind of nice because the memory is not quite what it used to be. So trying to memorize lines.
Yeah.
Well,
that was with everyone. I mean, how I direct is I say to people, it's like, this is what I want you to say. Like, this is important with the plot. And Jimmy had a lot of stuff that would, you know, a lot of lines would move the plot along. So it would. But I said, like, anything funny, like if you can take something and make it funnier, go right ahead and do it. Because I only write as funny as I think it's funny, but then somebody I know is like, Jimmy. Really
it's kind of like smelling your own fart. To you, it's not as bad, and you think it's all right, but everybody else goes, man, that stinks. So it's hard to kind of gauge your own jokes.
That's a better analogy.
That's a really good analogy. All right, well, I think that's a good place as any day to end there. Smelling your own farts. So Brett Strong, Jimmy Corderas, thank you very much for joining us here today. Fans, High Speed Flamingo, once again available at every single Smash Wrestling show, only $10. Support High Speed Flamingo, support Smash, support yourselves. Stay beautiful.
Really? I can trust you? Of course, I'm a porn collector.
My habits out of control. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. My heart's ready to toe. Tell that reaper I paid that toll. I'm going in.
Because I'm one of the best goddamn wrestlers on the planet. We are about to go to war.
Benjamin Boone making his singles debut. The Demon is ready and running. Nice drop kick there from Brett Banks.
Whoa! That's how much these fans do not care about this man.
Scotty O'Shea is kicking the life out of Tarek here. He's not even going for the cover. And he's not done yet. Oh! And a nasty, nasty fall. Oh! Double drop kick right to the side of the face of Tarek.
By O'Shea.
The Mountain, Vanessa Craven. And now tonight, Brad, she's looking for her receipt. It's Vanessa Craven and Courtney Rush. She's just gonna slug it out. And German suplex. A suplex right on top of Vanessa Craven.
Look out!
Oh, cannonball! Cherry bomb got out of the way. Courtney Rush did not.
Oh no.
Sebastian Suave in the drunk tank. John Green, the Summersby Slugger. This is a dangerous, dangerous man, Brad. And this match all came about when Mike Rollins tried to kill Christmas.
It did. Oh, Watanabe.
Taking a page out of Green's book.
Suave just walking away.
Suave is in trouble in the corner, trying to fight his way out of it. Takaki Watanabe's not letting him get back to his feet.
Huge!
Watch a sidewalk slam.
Like a well-oiled machine, Scott. These guys are working as a huge team. This could be it. Space Tornado Ogawa!
Nailed it. There's a cover. 2. Oh, but Green able to break up the cover. Exactly what you need to do. Slow down. Checkmate. Springboard. Oh!
Drop kick to plate.
Oh! What a backbreaker. There's what the super specialists are known for. Your spine, I don't care how flexible you are, but your spine is not meant to do this.
It's not supposed to.
Whoa! Both men had the same idea.
Oh, we've seen this before.
Whoa! Oh, Jones takes out Lionel Uno on top of the moonsault. Oh, right to that Canadian Maple Leaf. He's got it, but Gulak pulled him away.
Gulak is being pushed to his limit here.
That was beautiful. Countered it. Oh, a bow and arrow lock. Gulak able to roll through though. And Dukes goes right back to it. Someone's got to get out here.
And this man does things that I've never seen before in professional wrestling.
And a lot of respect being shown to Sonata. Wow, picking up the pace is Sonata. This is what Smash Wrestling is all about. This is what Tarek, that cross body to the back. And there's a beautiful Northern Light suplex and oh! Josh Alexander with an exploder suplex. Got it! Oh my God!
We're back, shroom in hand, with the second match.
That could go off very badly.
I know, right? The biggest shroom you've ever seen.
That's legit. Whoa, look how big.
Look at shrooms! So this is your match from Canusa this year.
Yeah.
Your opening match with a rematch with Kimberly.
Yeah, the deja vu match. It was so good we had to do it again.
Now, I just want to point out that I am very upset that the Canadian flag is half hanging off the wall.
It's alright, there's several of them around the ringside. I tried to point out each one as I walked by it. Not to mention I'm wearing the Canadian flag basically.
I was going to say, like,
see? One there.
Gimmicks.
One there. Back on the wall. I like to pose in front of this one. Watch this. Oh yeah!
Big. You held it up late. You missed the post.
I know. There's a picture that caught it quite nicely, but yeah, he was a little late on that one. So yeah, I usually do the superhero theme gear. We talked about that in our last match, but this is
a little patriotic.
This is a little patriotic. This is my
Please don't tell me. Please don't tell me you went out and bought it for this. Did you?
I might have.
Oh.
I'm expecting many future Canusa events, so I expect to get at least one show a year.
See,
with
you
this gear.
know what's really smart? That's how you make yourself like indispensable.
I know.
You get the gear.
I got the Canadian gear.
You just go, hey, I got the gear. I have to. Put me in there, coach. I have the gear.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, considering you were MVP the 1 year and you were in the match, the probably match of the night as well in the tag match. Not to take anything away from this one, but
foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Bad foreshadowing.
You want to know what happens by the DVD?
Yeah.
That
very worthwhile, might I add.
That entrance video for Kimberly looks familiar. Let's see. Those bad guys currently.
Why is everyone kicking my head off in their videos? I think Cherry was kicking my head off in her video as well.
Why does Kimberly have sand dunes? Sorry, Al. Not impressed. Take the sunset off and quit.
You notice Kimberly wearing her medal from last year here? She thought it was good strategy to get in my head, but really it just made me very angry. So if that was her goal, she accomplished it.
I was gonna say, I don't know, like, I think there's a fine line between getting in someone's head and just pissing them off to the point where...
And being a jerk?
Yeah, they want to, like, kick your head off.
Yeah, probably not a good line to go on with me. Because I kick pretty hard. Ask Kimberly that. She witnessed that last year.
And Kimberly wearing her, what she calls her USA gear.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone...
On the topic of gear again, she has Seattle Seahawks gear. I have Indianapolis Colt gear.
Oh,
so
do you
we're going to
really?
have to make that happen at some point as well.
What we need to do is have 30 women's wrestlers with NFL football gear.
Uh-huh.
And then we put you 15 aside.
Ooh.
And we have a Pro Bowl.
Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome. awesome.
And you just run into each other.
I think half the girls might not know what team they're representing, though. Unfortunately,
That's
there's
okay.
not that many girls who know football.
Whoever.
Kim and I definitely are, though.
I just get to pick who represents the Jets because they're my team, and I don't care what you say. I know they suck.
They do suck.
You don't have to tell me.
Yeah.
I'm still a Jets fan.
Okay, well, at least you're loyal. That's one thing. I'm loyal to Peyton Manning, and the funny thing about this, as Kimberly is a Seahawks fan, Denver and the Seahawks are actually playing each other.
I remember that because we were standing out and watching it on the TV in the hallway after.
Yeah, we were having a war in the ring, and then we had a war by the TV watching it.
So, Kimberly, now, did she change at all in a year? Since, like,
I mean, she's a girl who just constantly gets better, and I mean, to give her all the credit in the world, her physique has changed quite a bit since the year before. She's a fantastic athlete, but she got herself into such good shape for this match. I was really impressed with her. She's a really fun competitor to work with. As much as I hate the States, she is one of my favorite opponents, and we seem to have good chemistry together, as you'll see in the match.
yeah, I would have to agree. I was a big fan of all the times you guys have stepped in and you go, ooh, you're right, you do kick hard.
Yeah, I do. In the face, too.
Oh, you see that back there?
Where?
Right behind you. Oh, no, it's gone off the screen.
Sorry, I just got slapped. I'm
You probably don't see much of anything.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, there it is again. You see it?
The guy dressed up like in his Canada gear. Is that what you're seeing?
No, on the back you can see on the thing there, it's a Smash Wrestling t-shirt. You can get at prowrestlingtees.com/smashwrestling. The red Smash WO shirt. I know.
It's so smooth.
They're everywhere, and that's why you should buy them and be a cool
You
kid.
too can look as sharp as that individual does in that shirt if you go to Pro Wrestling Tees and pick it up yourself.
Get your cool kid club card.
Darn right.
By wearing a Smash Wrestling tee.
Yeah.
Smash Wrestling fact, that Canadian flag falls down at least 40 times during the show. I was surprised it's still up. Oh, suicide dive from the Suicide Blonde. Like that tag up.
Yeah. Fits the name, right? Gotta have a suicide dive in your arsenal if your name is the Suicide Blonde.
When you do a suicide dive, that moment that your head goes through the ropes, what are you thinking?
Dear God, I hope I don't die. That's usually what I'm thinking.
I've heard tuck the feet.
Well, tuck the feet too. That's a good hint to not die when you're doing a suicide dive for sure.
Because to me, I don't think tuck the feet would come into my head, and I would probably end up like swinging face first into the bottom part of the apron.
That would not be very
right
fun.
into the metal frame.
I also hope I hope I don't overshoot this and end up in the first row as well. That's usually my thought process before I go.
Again, Smash fact, Scott Hunter's sister was a victim of that.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Really?
it was,
Who took her out?
Another Scott.
Oh
It
jeez.
was Scotty O'Shea.
He takes out a lot of people, unfortunately. It's that keyboard of his. Oh, those chops hurt, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, no, I don't think after what we saw at Battle Lines with the 100 Chop Challenge.
Ugh.
You saw the picture, right?
I saw the picture.
I don't think I ever want to be involved in anything like that.
Being as pale as I am,
Ooh,
that's what I
rude.
look like after one chop.
She licked her hand first. That's very unsanitary.
Yeah, that's why I blocked that. I'm not taking that.
Needs to be hand sanitizer for chops.
I wish you could hear how loud those were. Those are some really loud chops.
Yeah, I don't know where I was for this match, but
Doesn't matter where you were, you would have heard
that's
those.
the thing. I was gonna say I remember hearing them
Yeah.
and being like, that sucks. Ooh, big display of strength.
Yeah, I'm used to being upside down, so I'm fine with this right now. This is no problem. That kind of hurt though.
Oh, they're look at that classy man. Jimmy Corderas is not counting you for the 3.
Well, I did get my shoulder up. I wouldn't want him to come free
What a
for that
patriot.
one.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'm just
He
trying.
could have been a little bit more patriotic here.
I'm just really trying to
Just
say
to
how classy
foreshadow, but
Jimmy was.
there'll be an event that comes up shortly in this match that Jimmy should have been a little bit more on the ball for, I must say.
Calling out Jimmy Corderas.
Just a little here.
Man ref WrestleMania 21 main event.
Yeah, well, he kind of botched this one, I gotta tell you. Not to throw off Jimmy's,
Oh, sweet. Tilt-a-whirl DDT.
Yeah, planned that the whole way, I must tell you.
Oh, see, I thought you had it here because that would have been a good finish. I was a big fan of that DDT.
Thought I did too, but I was getting beat up a little bit earlier. I didn't quite have enough mustard on that cover, I don't think. She was able to power out, unfortunately. Thumb to the eye always helps matters as well.
I was going to say, thumb to the eye, it's not the first time we get a reference to Hulk Hogan in this night. You know,
what was there other reference to Hulk Hogan?
When Cherry Bomb came out to
Oh, jeez, yes.
And then Hulk Hogan tweeted her.
I know, that was awesome.
Hulk Hogan knows who we are.
that was pretty
kind of
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
That
kind of a markout moment right there, for sure.
That being said, I'm 90% sure like Hulk Hogan was the biggest heel of all time. Like I read this online. Like you look back at his arsenal of moves and everything. He did back rakes, thumbs to the eye. Like Hulk Hogan was a heel.
His finisher was a leg drop. I'm not sure how that ever got over his face.
I know, right? Like who gets excited for that?
I drop a premium leg, but I would never use that as a finisher. But who are we to argue with them? Hey, the flag's fixed.
Yeah,
Just realized that. Wow.
Yeah. The magic of Disney.
Magical. Might have spin a heel kick to fix that thing up. Boom.
Forearm. Was that a forearm to the chest?
I think she chopped me.
Oh. My bad.
She chops an awful lot. So do I, though. She's gonna hit me. She's gonna need to expect that. She's gonna get it back even harder for me. This is the kind of stuff we like, though. Kim and I, we both hit hard, and we like getting hit hard.
So, in all the shows we've done at Canland, we always get passers-by because there's a volleyball court next to it. And I'm not gonna lie, this show had the most passers-by stop and watch every single match.
Of course, there's beautiful girls in the ring. What do you expect?
I know, it took a lot for us just to hold them back.
Yeah.
Dirty volleyball.
Here I am upside down again. I'm getting pretty comfortable with being upside down right now, I gotta tell you. See? I mean, I can even fight from that position.
See? It's the whole Spider-Man mentality.
I know! Upside down is the better way to be.
Any pop for anyone who knows who Jessica Drew is. Tilt-a-whirl stunner.
Yeah.
And Kimberly certainly looks stunned.
Yeah.
So do you, actually, so...
She was kind of beating me up a little bit before this.
It's that point in the match where you just gotta catch your breath.
Trying to get a little momentum behind me here.
And who's gonna be first to their feet? Oh, same time.
I always come up kicking, though. Those leg kicks hurt.
Yeah, I can imagine, like...
No word of a lie, I lived for a good 2 days after these leg kicks. They leave marks.
Like,
especially with how hard she kicks. Whew.
These kicks aren't predetermined.
Oh no.
They're very real.
Yeah.
The hazards are real.
Oh, for sure.
Please don't try this.
At home?
Yeah. Well, they don't say the at home part.
They don't?
They just put it on the screen.
Is it just please don't try this? No, you should do it at home.
Because then kids would be like, fine, I'm just going to do it at school. And then the kid power bombs a kid on the concrete and lawsuits.
That's where being late kind of sucks.
Ooh.
Yeah, German suplexes. They can happen out of nowhere with me. Not enough to keep me down, though. Ah.
She is in shock.
That's a great expression.
She is in shock.
Crowd getting into it. Love
the Canadian crowd.
Yeah. Nice to have that biased crowd in front of you here.
You know what's awesome? We've actually got a lot of requests that Canusa takes place in the States in the coming years.
No way,
a lot of people are saying it's unfair that it's always here.
This is the move that beat her last time, so I was pretty sure I had it won here. And then, yeah.
What's happening?
Last I checked, when the ref gets pulled out of the ring, that's a DQ usually.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
And Cherry Bomb with the Hulkamania gear on, doing the whole real American.
I know. He was distracted by the awesomeness of her gear, so we'll have to give him a mulligan. But I'll be watching him very closely next year, just tell you. I hope Jimmy ups his game.
Oh, kick to the midsection. Oh! It was like a tombstone pile driver, but the other way.
Yeah, it's a Gonzo bomb.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I missed that class.
Yeah, that.
Did you just eat the pin? Did you eat the pin?
Yeah.
What is this?
She dropped me on my head. What do you expect?
Why are we choosing matches? God. Why are we choosing matches where Bale eats the pin?
Well, at least it took two of them to beat me on this one.
That's true.
Yeah, my feud with Cherry Bomb continues as she is quite evil and likes to cause
Look,
matches.
they're not even original. They rip off the Yes thing. They got the Hulkamania gear.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's another Kimber bombs out there somewhere too. I'm
Kimber
pretty sure
bombs.
they've ripped that off from somebody.
Yeah.
They're just giant cheaters, as most Americans are.
Kimber bombs are a real thing.
I know.
Kimber bombs.
I don't know what that is. And they never seem to get themselves in the right order either. When they come out, it's always bombs Kimber. And then they switch themselves around. Yeah, you'll notice that in the next match, I'm sure.
Yeah, I didn't. I've never. Sadly, I've never paid attention.
Yeah.
I probably should.
So this led to Cherry Bomb versus Courtney Rush, which Kimberly tried to get involved in that one. I stopped that one from happening.
Made the save.
Yeah. So that match ended in no contest, and we ended up having a tag match later on in the evening, which was phenomenal, if I do say so myself.
Yeah. Another Smash fact, in B-roll of this, there is the best Walter moment, security Walter moment, that no one ever gets to see. During a Heidi Loveless, my voice broke because I'm so excited. During a Heidi Loveless match, and I wish people could see it. You can only imagine. Heidi Loveless was in pain and rolled out of the ring, and it was great. Walter carried her through the threshold as a good security girl.
Oh, see, we do love Americans. Yeah.
Everybody here's laughing because they know what happened, but just yeah, it was a great time.
What a nice moment.
Yeah.
That's showing our Canadian side, can you
I
say?
know,
Because we really are gentle,
we're
loving
so
individuals. As long as we beat the Americans.
You're so generous, Walter's such a generous man. I don't know if we can keep doing this. So until next week, when I'm not on this thing anymore. What's our time code? 10 seconds? I'm just gonna count down. 4, 7, 4. I don't know how many fingers are running up. 4, 3, 2, 1.
We can count.
We did it. We made it through one.